So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke.
Oh, Kashina's first. What up, bitch?
Stay woke. Rilla mode, I said stay woke. Rilla mode, stay woke. Rilla mode. Yeah, hey, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 16 hundo and 14 of the Daily Mother of Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yell hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing today? We'll get some gorillas going in the comments down below. Oh, how nice it is to have so many people watching live. Where is everyone? Come on in, hit that like button. If you don't match the amount of people watching and you're not hitting that like button, use a fucking nugget. Use a nugget. Make sure you hit that like button. Smash that like button. And if you're getting your pump on, I get it. You can't always step away from the gains. To hit that like button. So what's going on? How are we doing today? What are you smashing? What are you working out? We are going to jump right into today's episode. Some of the updates that we have from yesterday for those of you that are like, hey, where's yesterday's episode? You miss an episode a week unless you're part of the Swole fam. So make sure if you want all the bonus content inside Swole TV and exclusive access to the Swole fam, check the scroll down below. Join the Swole fam today. There's no excuse not to join the Swole fam. If you don't have $3, well, then you need to stay plugged into the podcast. and join us here. But if you are ready to get your fitness started with the greatest fam in the realm, make sure you check out swolenormousx.com. So that's available in Swole TV. It's also pinned to the top of the private group. Yesterday, we had our accountability meeting. So every week, the Monday episode is exclusive for members only, and that's inside Swolenormous X. So today, we're going to go over a couple things. Yesterday, we have some new releases. We have a brand new shirt, brand new gear. Brand new gear. We got the Swole Slut. The Swole Slut gear is live. Swole Slut is live, so tons of stuff. And I mentioned this yesterday, but this time of year, because you need time to get it shipped to you, if you're getting gifts, if you're getting it for yourself, and the holiday season, and you know that shipping is tough right around now, and USPS is a hot mess, and everything deliveries. This is the time of year where deliveries get backed up oftentimes because there's so many people ordering so many things. Make sure you get your orders in now. But all the stuff goes live for all the sales, and all the t-shirts, all the designs come back for the holidays. So you'll start seeing a lot of classics that are only released certain times of year. So those designs all come back for the holiday season. So make sure you keep an eye on swolenormousapparel.com and get your fresh threads right now. Those fresh threads. Uncle Filthy, if you don't have $3, you can come mow my lawn. So Phil's taking applications for lawn mowing. That's nice to hear. Good. So go mow his lawn. You got $3. Fuck your pumpkin spice latte. Fuck your pack of gum. Fuck your Monster energy drink. Jeff, I think I'd get tossed out of Planet Fitness for wearing a Swole Slut tank. I think you should kick yourself out of Planet Fitness, but that's just my opinion on the matter. Let's bust this nut. Let's release the Tessie, and we'll jump right into today's episode. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on it. Oh, that's some nice fuck your resolutions. Very nice. What up, Leo? Looking good, fresh off the door. Cheers, brother. You're looking good. You're looking fine. That bow tie, though. That bow tie. Hashtag fuck your resolution. You can just do the hashtag FYR. I shall accept it. It is acceptable here in order to get the opportunity to win today's Swole card. At the end of the episode, we'll be giving that away. So drop yourself some hashtags down below. Oh my God. Leo, such an alcoholic. He's always drinking at all times of the day, whether we're doing the podcast in the morning or the evening, he's always drinking. He's legit always drinking, always on that champagne tip. A little overrated, I shall say. A little overrated with that champagne. Let's get into the tip today. We got some great stuff to talk about. Boom. Let's do it.
Babe,
let's
just
get
an
started.
inch, just an inch.
Just an inch.
It's cold outside.
It's cold outside. It sure is. All right. Today's first post is from Oscar. This is from Inside the Swole Fam. Little tiny post. Here we go. This is from Oscar. I know it's been a while, more like several months, that I've posted on here for the Swole Fam. I like to go dark throughout the year and just 100% focus on my goals. I like it. I think more people should do that shit. I still listen in, just don't listen live, and I'm still crushing like I have been throughout the pandemic, and more so now. People like to think being fit, or whatever you want to call what you see, is easy. Well, let me tell you, 95% of the time, I don't want to do anything, but I still do it because there's no other option for me. This is what I did this morning, 8 miles at a 15% incline walk before noon. I take great pride in doing more than I did yesterday, not what others did. Find something that inspires you and live up to that every day. One day at a time, one meal at a time. I said inspires you, not motivates you. Because when you're inspired, nothing stops you, not even when you're tired. Quote from David Goggins, I'm not special, I'm just driven. Height, 5'10", weight, 185. Workout every day, beaches. Gorillas. Good shit, Oscar. I like how you dropped your height and weight. That reminds me of those old school forums when you, let's say you're on one of those nerd forums and you have your computer and everyone lists their specs or you're on a car forum and everyone lists the mods in their little signature on those old school bulletin board forums. Here's all the things I've done to my car. It reminds me of that. My name's Oscar, 5'10", 185. My workout every day, beaches. Every day, beaches. And good shit. This is head on. This is head on, like textbook 7 pillars. This is legit community. This is what you're surrounding yourself with. So you don't have to be, look, I love it if you're watching live every day. I enjoy you watching live. I think it's the best way to catch the Daily Swole is live, but it's not always convenient because it's Tuesday, 6:30 or so Eastern time. So not everyone is off. Not everyone can be there looking at the phone. Maybe you have it playing in your car, but you're driving. So I understand. And not everyone is in the groups all the time commenting. Not everyone's the same. The point is the Swole fam is here when you need it. The Swole fam is here for you all the time. We're doing it every day. The Daily Swole is every day. So all you need to do is focus on yourself or what you need to do with no excuses and with what's the word I'm looking for? I would say no compromise. That's a good word. No compromise. Make sure that you're doing it for yourself. So Oscar says, I'll repeat, I like to go dark throughout the year and just focus 100% on my goals. I still listen in. I just don't listen live and I'm still crushing it like I have been throughout the pandemic. That's what's most important. And it kind of goes back to the question and the stuff that we've had the last couple of days where people were saying, we're talking about training partners, training with yourself versus training with other people, depending on other people, being vulnerable to having your gyms open, especially since the vid is probably going to be shutting a lot of stuff down again. People that are depending on other people or other situations to get their fitness on. And there's no reason to depend on anyone else but yourself. You should have access to your training regardless of the gym being open or not. You should be able to be going to the gym and crushing it whether or not your training partner is available. You should be able to train and get your shit on whether or not you're in a group exercise class or not. You need to be able to do it on your own because if you are in that position, you're going to be fucked if you're dependent on other people all the time. So you got to make sure that you're focusing on your own shit and doing it for you. Frog Juice, the excogitator. Interesting. Truth bombs. Truth bombs. Hell yeah, Oscar. Everyone's loving it. Let's get some applause and some biceps. Nathan ordered Atomic Habits today. Can't wait to read it. Atomic Habits is a great book. It's a great book. I highly recommend that read. Highly recommend it. Very good book. Very good book. All right. So we got a quote. We got a question. That one's old. Let's see. Fastest way to lose weight. Let's see here. We've gone through a couple of those posts already. Let me see here. I already went through that. All right. I already went through that question. Okay. So here we go. Let's go into today's first question. This is from Handhelder. How often should you do cardio in a week? And I'm just going to pass that off onto you, Swole fan, because that depends on your goals. That depends on what you're doing, what type of cardio you're doing. That depends on your consumption. That depends on your schedule. I think I will tell you this, and you all can comment down below. How often do you do cardio in a week? Cardio is very, very overrated, and not overrated in the sense that it's not important, but overrated in the sense that people focus so much on cardio that running and just running around and just moving and being exhausted and out of breath, that's what it takes to get healthier, and that's what it takes to look a certain way. So it's very, very overrated in that sense. Cardiovascular capacity is important, but doing cardio all the time is definitely not necessary. And is definitely overrated. So it doesn't mean that's not important, and it doesn't mean that it's not more important for certain people, for certain instances. But if you are associating cardio directly with just losing weight or looking a certain way, again, some people are like, trying to lose weight. Some people are 400 pounds and trying to lose weight. Some people want to get leaner. So I don't know what the context of asking this question is, but I will say that in the fitness industry, cardio is very, very overrated. It doesn't mean that's worthless. It's a tool. Cardio is a tool, and it's important to have good cardiovascular capacity. But do you have to be running marathons all the time? No. Do you have to be doing 7 days a week for an hour? No. Do you have to be doing 3 days a week for an hour? Not necessarily. You know, it depends on what your schedule is and how, you know, what your goals are and what your body requires. So that's very individualized. This is from Kate Cat, K8E Cat. In your own personal training, do you have a core day, or is it just mixed with yoga and other workouts? Yes, it's mixed in. I don't do a separate day for core, because core is everything from your cervical spine all the way down to your pelvis. Everyone usually just thinks of core as your six pack and your abs. Core is actually everything on your body except for your head and your arms and legs. So it's everything in the center. So if you're doing it, like I do a ton of kettlebell work, I do all free weights. So I'm getting tons and tons of core. And, you know, if anything else, I'm integrating it, or it's getting worked in with other exercises. I don't do like crunches and shit. Sometimes I'll do leg raises. Sometimes I'll do things with the ab wheel. Sometimes I'll do stuff. But if you're doing, those of you that are in Swolenormous X, if you're doing, for example, Papa Swolio presses, that's fucking like a dynamic plank. Plus you're getting your triceps, plus drop in the comments below if you crush your Papa Swolio presses. That will fuck your core up. That will make you so fucking sore. So it depends on what your goals are and what you're actually, what your training protocol is. But I have not done a core day in a very, 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 very long time. However, there are workouts that I'll do where it'll be kettlebell swings and just ring dips back and forth. I just posted the virtual trainer gauntlet inside Swolenormous X yesterday. We released that. How many of you, did any of you do that already? Did any of you do the gauntlet yet? The virtual trainer? So those types of workouts, you're getting tons of core. You're getting tons of core. Just most people think of core as a six pack and crunches. And yeah, I have abs, and yeah, I'm lean, but I definitely don't do crunches all the time, but I get a lot of that done in other types of activities. So that's all I got to say about that. So good question. Good question. Good question. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's see. Let's take some other comments here. Hey, Swole fam, no notifications from YouTube today. Gotta get that Swole text. Send out that Swole text. You can't depend on YouTube notifications. You're not gonna get that shit. They're not gonna give that to you. You're welcome, Mike. Not trying to steal any attention, but thanks, Papa, for the shout out yesterday in the accountability meeting. Totally made my day. You're welcome, dude. Very welcome. Down. Phil, if your core and legs are not tired after bench, squat, and deadlift, you're doing it wrong. Well, think about that. Your core is everything in your torso. It's your entire body except for your arms and legs. So your core is pretty much everything. Everyone thinks of your core. When people think of core, they think of only the front, and they think of only the bottom half. They think of only those little like blocks on their stomach. They think of their fat gut. That's what people think of. They think of their gut. Oh, this is my core. No, that's your lower, that's like your abdominal region. That's not your core. So people think of that. And that's why people just do crunches. They keep on moving one area as if that's just going to shred fat in that one area. Papa Swolio presses are brutal or murder. Yeah, they are. Papa, do you like Palloff press? I don't know what that is. God, there's so many names for exercises. I've never heard of that. I'm sure I know what it is, though. Pedro, Papa, correct me if I'm wrong, but if one is trying to improve VO2 max for marathons, wouldn't it be important to do? Sure. If you want to improve your VO2 max, if you want to improve your cardiovascular capacity, you need to push your cardiovascular capacity. If you want to increase your work capacity for training and volume, you need to work on progressively overloading the resistance. So sure, if you want to do marathons, that's why you can't just go from sitting on the couch to doing marathons. Not to mention you don't have the muscle endurance, and you don't have the mitochondrial density, and you don't have the connective tissue, the form, just the overload, etc. How does one upgrade their Swolenormous X membership? Send us an email and we'll help you out. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. You could also use the live chat but you get Swoletext with all memberships. So if you're not on Swoletext and you have a membership, then you didn't click on your Get Started section when you log into your account, and that'll help you get logged into and get the notifications. But I would highly recommend upgrading because now's the time to do it. Fuck Your Resolutions is available. It's on fire. But if you already have a membership, you want to upgrade, send us an email, contact us directly. Eric, I like using bands because it makes the core work a little harder to help stabilize the movements. Yeah, like any free weights. Like any free weights would. All free weights are working your core. You're never not working your core. So bands are just another way for overload, but you're working your core very similarly. Now, of course, with certain movements, you're going to get certain types of pull in different directions. When you're using bands, let's say bands from a door, you're pulling, that resistance is coming from a lateral position or from a horizontal position, and then you're resisting in that sense. It's not the same as holding a dumbbell out to the side because it's still pulling straight down into the Earth's core with gravity. So that way you can change your stress. So it depends on what you're trying to do for. Core stability is important, but also core mobility and core strength is important. There are many different ways to work core. This is just fundamental. But here's the thing. It's a very fundamental exercise physiology and kinesiology. Most people don't know the differences, but at the same time, most people don't need to know the differences. You don't need to know. Most people just don't do enough free weights. They don't do the right exercise selection. And most people are focused only on one area of their physique. Just like most people are not focused on all areas of the 7 pillars, most people are focusing on pillars 2 and 3, nutrition and training, and they're still falling short there. Just like with your body, most people are focusing on their stomach. They're focused on the lower abdominal region. Like, hey, I want to get rid of fat here. What do I do to get rid of fat here? Well, you probably have to change all these different areas and improve all these different areas of your life. And then it'll lead to those better improvements and those systematic incremental progressions in that area of your physique. But that's not what's going to be making or breaking your physique, because you can't spot reduce fat. Nika, if you have any questions, send us an email. Send us an email to support. I do not have that information for you. So if you have any questions with any memberships, make sure you send us an email. Very simple. Send us an email. We don't take care of that live on the podcast, but we'll take care of it for you. No problem. Hashtag FYR, hashtag fuck yo resolutions for today's Swole Card. So we got a shit post today, and we have a return. You ready for a shit post? Who's ready for this? Who's ready? Who's ready for a shit post?
He's heating up!
Who's ready for a shit post? We got a follow-up. We got a follow-up from the Queen Retard, Una Mila Hansen. You ready for this? Come on, drum roll, fam. Come on, here we go. Come on now. Come on.
What's in the box?
Who wants it? Who wants a shit post? Come on, baby. Let's get this fucking party started. We'll get into some Swole fam in just a second. So we got this one from Una Mila Hansen. Now, you might remember her MAMA, and this jabbernet was talking about Weight Stigma Awareness Week, which YouTube does not like that. YouTube does not like weight stigma, because I put weight stigma in the titles, and they flag my videos hard. They don't let you know that Papa's talking about weight. Oh my God, this lunatic is talking about losing weight again. Let's block his content. But Una Mila Hansen can post as much as she wants because her name is Una Mila, Big Mama. Cultural messages about healthy eating can be confusing. Ooh, tell us more. Counterproductive and downright dangerous. As parents, we can protect and educate our kids so that they have a healthy relationship with food. Anti-diet. Parenting without diet culture. Parenting in pandemic. Hashtag parenting. You mean stuffing your kids with garbage food so they shut up and stop whining? Cultural messages about healthy eating can be confusing, counterproductive, and downright dangerous. She's not completely wrong. I mean, stupid ideas are stupid, period. But then we have a post that she's going to share that's going to level that out for us. Labeling foods as healthy, unhealthy, or good/bad can harm kids' relationship with food. That's right. Don't tell them that McDonald's is bad food.
You went full retard, man.
Don't tell them that Burger King is bad food. Just pretend. This is not bad food. This is not just pure sugar and pure vegetable oil trash and fake ass meat. This is just food. It's not good or bad. It's not good or bad. Don't educate your kids properly. Just lie to them. Just blur the words, just blur it apart. This well-meaning categorization can lead to fear, restriction, fixation, and binging. How about educating your kids properly? Now, you seem to say in your post, we can protect. No, enough of this shit. As parents, we can protect. Stop protecting your fucking kids so much, for one thing. That's part of the problem. You have all these pussy parents that are protecting their kids from every last fucking thing instead of telling them the truth and giving them the actual facts. As parents, we can protect and educate our kids. So unfortunately, you have people that are protective parents educating kids, which is leading them to being soft little pussies. And this well-meaning category, it's not well-meaning. It's not good food. Fast food is not fast food. It's shitty food quickly. It's garbage. If it's fast food, it's not good food. It's just not good for you. Now, of course, this is an opinion. It's my opinion, of course, because good and bad has to be defined. And the reason why people get to say bullshit like this and not get banned is because it's a subjective thing. It's a word that's subjective. Good, bad. Some of you like movies. Some of you think horror movies are bad. Some of you think horror movies are great. Some of you like action movies. Some of you hate action movies. But what this protection does and what this bullshit does is it keeps parents from actually parenting their kids. You can't say it's bad. You're going to give your kids a bad relationship with food by giving them junk. By giving them shit fucking food, you're creating that bad relationship. By giving them those addictions early, you're going to make it hard for them to cut that out of their life. So I think education is important, but I think proper education. So you get a nice little booski dooski. Helicopter parenting is part of the problem. And helicopter parenting is what has led to essentially all these protests and all this social justice warrior bullshit. It's because of helicopter parenting. It's because of entitlement. It's because of that kind of sheltering and coddling that has been perpetuated for decades. And all these protected kids are now of age to say, oh, words are hurt. The silence is violence. These words are violent. These words are hurting me. They're dangerous to me. No, they're not. You got 8th place trophies. You played sports without points. Never got an opportunity to fucking get your ass kicked. You never had an opportunity to lose. You've been winning your entire life or being protected, not even really winning. You've been protected from losing, which is worse. So no more helicopter parenting, shall we? No more. No mas. Just say no. Just to say no. All right, let's see here. Is this? That's an old one. Let me see here. All right, we got a post from Jessica. What are your thoughts on the parenting? What are your thoughts on that issue? Actually, before we get into this post, let's see what we got. Oh, it's raining. Hold on. TV timeout. I gotta go close the blinds. Listen to some gang gang.
It's been a while since I dropped this shit.
1 second.
Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang. You know we don't play guys here. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang.
Very nice. Knocked it over.
You know we don't play guys here. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang.
Cool. All right. Christopher Flores, I think Papa gets flagged because common sense gets people in trouble nowadays. What doesn't get people in trouble? Everyone's a huge beesh. Let's see here. Bella Wolf, other parents have told me that they think I'm too strict and maybe even abusive for not letting them eat normally. McDonald's, Doritos, etc. I think they also use kids as an excuse for their eating crap. Absolutely. You know, if you take your kids to go get ice cream and to eat junk, you're going to be eating junk too. It gives you an excuse to eat the junk too. That's a very good point. I think a lot of parents actually do that too. They use that as an excuse to eat shit themselves or to stay addicted to foods. Is McDonald's and Doritos, is that normal? Why is that normal food? Is that not scary to anyone? Is that not scary to anyone that that's normal? That's considered normal? I mean, I had it growing up, but when I look back on it, it's gross. I wouldn't feed that to a growing child. I wouldn't. Now you can, and people do, which is why you have type 2 diabetes being called type 2 diabetes and not adult onset diabetes, because kids are getting diabetes. Can we get a Matt Damon? We absolutely can.
Damon.
We absolutely can. Absolutely. You absolutely. Dirty Randy. People say it's abusive to not let your kids eat their body weight in shit food. It's complete abuse and negligence letting your child destroy their health. Let's see. Maria, seriously, I work in the counseling department at a Southern California college, and parents are coming in with their college-age kids to their counseling appointment. Really? No way. So you have parents coming with their kids to their college counseling appointment. Oh, nice protection. Protect them. Nathan, I'll protect mine from the very real physical threats out there, but not coddle. Gotta learn responsibility. Chanel, I'm a registered early childhood educator. I don't know what the Florida version of this is. Florida child, ... In short, helicopter parenting is harmful to children. 1,000%. Jeff, I have 2 kids and have failed them by being a fat, lazy slob. Fast food was normal. Luckily, they are both very active and healthy kids. My oldest is a college athlete, and they're inspiring to me. Good for you. Very self-aware, but good for you. Now you're taking care of your shit. Randy, my older brother gave his 1-year-old a can of Monster. Holy shit. He gave a 1-year-old a can of Monster? That's child abuse. I hope that didn't have caffeine in it. That's disgusting. He and his girlfriend treated me like a villain when I took it away. That's fucking sad. That's disgusting. AJ McNeil, Mickey D's is all my girlfriend's sister feeds her son, and Pop-Tarts, etc. I see no type of baby food whatsoever. Jesse, my brother teaches college biology, and he gets parents calling to yell at him when their kid flunks a test. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Damon.
Oh my God. Like, this is college. Your brother teaches college biology and he gets parents calling to yell at him when their kid flunks a test. What? That's so ridiculous. Like, your kid flunked a test because your kid's not smart enough or didn't put enough work. Your kid should stop binge drinking on the weekends and start studying more. As if it's the professor's problem when your kid flunks it. Then don't flunk it, then pass it. Pass it like the other kids that passed it. That's fucked up. That's so twisted. Booger Bubble, my mom was a pretty big helicopter parent, but I also think the term is entirely different now. It's not, it's just worse. It was bad then. I mean, right now this is the byproduct of helicopter parenting, period. But it's worse now. It's even worse now. Well, it's even worse now because now you have kids that are tweeting every time your mom yells at you. You go on Twitter, my mom was mean to me. You've heard those stories where you have kids in a classroom where the teacher might like slam their hand down on the desk and someone's like filming a Twitter video, or some kid like called the cops or something. And the cops came to the classroom and the teacher's teaching. They didn't know that a child, because the teacher raised their voice for kids to shut the fuck up and pay attention because they don't get enough exercise. They're pumped full of sugar, and the teachers are the ones that are suffering. The teachers are the ones that have to deal with these shitty kids because of the shitty parents. So you have kids that you don't discipline. You have kids that you're pumping full of sugar. You have kids that are playing video games and not doing any fucking homework, or they have no discipline at home. They have no exercise in the school. They have shitty food in the school as well. They have no meditation or exercise or yoga or anything. So they don't get that in the school. They don't get that at home. And then the teachers are to blame for their kids not doing well, or for the kids or them trying to scold kids or discipline kids. It's not a teacher's responsibility to discipline your child. And that's what teachers are being expected to do, is to parent kids, because they're not getting it at home. They're spending all their time on Netflix and video games and social media, and they're not getting enough attention from their parents, or they're getting too much. They're getting fed junk food. They're not getting actual exercise. They're not learning proper mental care, physical care, all that shit. So teachers are expected to do all that, and then teachers are blamed when they don't do it and things go wrong. It's a teacher's fault. How come my son didn't pass the exam? Because your kid's an idiot, or didn't study, or didn't do what your child should have been doing this whole time. It's silly, right? Mike Miller, no disrespect to any parents out there, but hearing stuff like this makes me even more happy my wife and I decided not to have kids. It's one of those things where I don't have kids either, but it's one of those things where you can't really talk about having kids if you don't have kids. I do, but at the same time, I don't have kids. So things do change when you have kids, but at the same time, you can't change what your kids enjoy. You can't change what your child's personality is, but you can still lead by example. You can still educate them on the pros and cons and how to navigate. It's literally navigation of life. Navigation of life. Your child will always learn the hard way from certain things. Your child will learn that a knife is sharp if they cut their hand. That's a lesson learned. They're not gonna have to learn it twice. Your kids will learn if they touch a stove and it burns their hand. They're gonna know not to touch that stove again. So you can teach them and protect them, but also you have to teach them that that's the case. I'm not saying burn your child's hands, because they're probably going to learn that anyway. You're going to burn yourself eventually by accident. You just don't want them to be like, ooh, I wonder if this is hot, and actually destroy their fucking hands. So it's important for kids to actually go through and get scraped up and learn the actual, but the parents are there to guide. The parents are there to guide and to help kids navigate more than protection and coddling. Smash that like button. I agree, Natasha. Smash that like button. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yow. Yow. Michelle Lasuski, you have to be a parent, not a friend. Well, come on. You got to be a friend nowadays. You got to be doing TikToks with your kid. You're on Instagram. All the moms want to be the cool mom that's famous, that leeches off their child's social media fame on TikTok. You see that all the time. I get it, the parents and the friends, but it's kind of fucking weird. It's weird when you do the parent friend thing. You're a parent. It's legit. You are a parent. You're not a friend. And that border gets crossed, or that gets crossed up a lot. Growing up, Mom, I'm going to the woods for the day. Mom, make sure to take a knife. Yeah, right? Take a knife. You're not going to stab yourself in the fucking eye. You're going to have it if you need it. Michelle, you also have to let them fail, for sure. Pedro, I teach my kids that hard work rewards your effort. You sit on your ass, you get nothing. Every decision made has an outcome, good or bad. It's up to them. Fuck your resolutions. Good shit. No doubt. All right. We got another great post. We got another shit post coming up in just a second. This one's fantastic. Remember, use the hashtag #FuckYoResolutions, hashtag FYR, for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's get into today's post. This is from Jessica. I can't say enough about how much my mobility squat and deadlifts have improved since I started doing yoga. Ooh, shocker. Who would have thunk it? Been rotating the beginner gentle flow and mobility. Tonight, I'm checking out the shoulders in hopes to start improving my front rack position on the clean. I've been listening to the Daily Swole for over a year now, and just under a month ago, I decided it was time for a change. Switched to weightlifting and yoga. This is the best decision I have made yet. The gains keep coming, and I am hitting new PRs every week as I learn what I am capable of. Plus, the scale is moving once again as I have lost 10 pounds in my first month. I still have 70 more to go, but I will get there when I get there. Keep the grind, my friends. Oh, yeah. Fuck resolutions. Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to.
Very nice, Jessica. Very nice.
But
nailed it.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Switch to weightlifting and yoga. Finally. What did you used to do? I'm curious. What were you doing before? You switched to weightlifting and yoga. Were you just doing cardio all the time? Good shit. I'm telling you, if you're not yet doing your mobility, like your yoga and weightlifting, like the best, legit the best combination of things to do. Everyone's worried about cardio. Sure, get your cardio. Sure, go for a walk. Sure, you can go running if you have good form and you're not just smashing on your heels, and most people do, but I digress. We're not going to talk about barefoot running right now, but if you are doing your weightlifting, you're doing your yoga, you're getting so many cardiovascular benefits already. It's just fundamental. I literally, really most of the time I'm talking about, when I talk about cardio, that's like icing on the cake. You sprinkle that on. When you get everything else done, you got your meditation, you got your weightlifting, you're doing your yoga and your mobility. Sure, if you want to do some extra cardio and it's not going to be burning you out, and fine, do a little bit extra. It's good for your health, but make sure you got that foundation. Make sure you're building muscle. Make sure you're doing strength training. Make sure you're doing your mobility. So important. Eric, I have rolled my ankles many times and struggle with ankle mobility. Any recommendations to loosen them up? So you have scar tissue. Any recommendations to loosen them up? Sure, you can do stuff in the water. You can do like ankle circles. You can do your mobility. You can do yoga. Check out the wrists and ankles flows in the yoga studio or in the Swolga section. I have one for that. You can also be like in water or in sand. There's different things where you can do where it's hard to say. Let me see. What's a good example of, I guess you're not going to have that kind of a setup to do that. But one of the good things that you can do is with resistance bands, the little loop bands. You could do work on your anterior tibialis. I would do the alphabet every day, big capital letters with both ankles. You can definitely be working on actual mobility, but also strengthening all those little small muscles. So working your anterior tibialis is really oftentimes what will be a limiting factor. Downward dog, doing a lot of stretching and strengthening in that sense. Anterior tibialis work, stabilization is important. But if you're literally trying to break through scar tissue and stuff like that, then you're going to have to do like longer yin type flows and getting into that connective tissue. But you also want to strengthen those areas that might be weaker. And a lot of what people have problems with when it comes to the ankles are those small stabilizer muscles. I've never been more flexible thanks to Papa. Oh. Good shit. So I'm kind of curious what you meant, Eric. You said you rolled your ankles many times and you struggle with mobility. Sounds like you got too much mobility. Sounds like you got too much mobility. You had weakness and now you're just stiff or you have scar tissue. So I'm not sure exactly why you were rolling your ankles to begin with. But yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. A lot of times, I'll tell you what, when people do single leg exercises and people do stabilization and balance exercises, they try to do too much. They do balance exercise and they get on one of those wobble boards and their things are fucking moving around too often. People mistake not falling over on your face to having balance, but that's not increasing your joint stability. That's actually encouraging that lack of stability. So if you are doing any kind of balance exercise, you want your balance to maybe be slightly awkward, slightly uncomfortable, but you want to have control. If you don't have control with your balance, if you don't have control in the joint, it's not about like, whoa, I'm balancing. It's not about not falling over. It's about making sure that the joint is learning stability. It has mobility, but it's also maintaining that stability. You don't want your ankle to be a ball and socket joint because it's not. So you want to create that kind of stability and train that stability while keeping that mobility in your ankle. All right, here we go. Let's get into another shit post, shall we? Let's get into another shit post. I think it's time, fam. I think it's time. Moving right along. Let's go deep. Let's see what we got here. This fucking post. Okay, so here we go. Hey, drum roll.
What's in the box?
Eating different foods at the weekend. At the weekend? Is that a club now? The weekend is a club? You mean on the weekend or during the weekend? Eating different foods on the weekend isn't a blowout, nor do you need to get back on track on a Monday. Quote, back on track on a Monday. Well, you shouldn't be doing it to begin with. Now, this is a vague, bullshit, feeling pandering way to say binge eating is okay. Nor do you, of course you do. Why are you eating different foods on the weekend? What's the difference? The weird mentality that because it's a Saturday, because the calendar, because a square that has nothing to do with reality, the square on a piece of paper or on your phone, some kind of number or some kind of name, the sun is rising the same as it did yesterday. For some reason, that means that you get to stuff your face with a lot of shit. For some reason, that means you stuff your face. For some fucking reason. For some reason. Yeah, talk about the hero pose. Absolutely. I'm going to have more of those ankle mobility swolgas coming up soon too, so that's coming in the next few months. This season, fuck your resolution season. Eating different foods on the weekend isn't a blowout. It sure is. If it's a blowout, what does that mean? A blowout? You're not getting your hair done. If you're eating shit food for no fucking reason, you're eating shit food for no fucking reason. And you shouldn't fall off to begin with. This is just making excuses for eating shit food. It's just you make an excuse. Try to justify it. Keep trying to justify it. Keep trying. Put the cookie down. Who told you to eat my cookies?
Who told you to eat my cookies?
Eric, I honestly do not do enough yoga. Well, there you go. Get on it, bro. And plus, if you do like the more advanced classes, the level 2 and the level 3, you'll start getting into more of those stabilization warrior 3 poses, single leg, tree pose, all those types of mobility and those stabilization type balance holds will be very good for you. So I would definitely jump into that. There's your answer right there. Get into that yoga, bro. All right, we got another poop post. Actually, let's take one more from the Swole fam, and then we'll get into another shit post. Absolutely. This one is from Judith. Don't mind this rant of mine. I've tried yoga, meditation, zoning out, electric tens units, mirror box, stabbing, mirror box. I don't know what that is. Stabbing, and finally pills. Just when I think I've gotten on top of the phantom pains, a sharp bite comes out of nowhere. The problem isn't so much the pain itself, it's the constant flinching the pain causes when it bites. My whole body freezes for a split second and then relaxes, freeze, relax, freeze, relax. I've had 3 skin graft cramps today alone and several yesterday, all due to the constant flinching. And this, you're not going to, if you're not a part of the Swole fam, you're not going to have all the context of Judith and her posts, but she was in a severe accident. What was it, like 20 years ago, Judith? 92 or something you said in the first post. I forget the details, but this obviously, there's a lot of backstory to this as well. Let me see here. So I've had 3 skin graft cramps today alone and several yesterday, all due to the constant flinching. The mental toll phantom pains take is strange and hard to describe, and I hope none of you ever get to understand. The only way I can describe it is by calling it distracting. I have phantom pins and needles 24/7. That's no bother. I'm used to that, and often it's quite nice, like being constantly tickled by ghostly soft needles. Sheesh. That's looking at the bright side of things. Good. Oh, I'll read that in a second. She says a mirror box is a box with mirrors. I kind of gathered that a little bit. It tricks your brain into thinking your missing limb is there. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I've read that, and you talked about that before in your previous post, when you're missing a limb that you feel like it's there. Let me see here. These last 3 days when the weather started to change for winter is when those pins and needles get stronger. Imagine waking up to having slept on your arm all night and then you slowly start to move it. You have a few minutes of numb tickles followed by a sharp increase in sensation to where it makes your eyes bug. I'm currently at bug eye stage 5, and every time I move, that intense tickle turns into a sharp bite that feels white hot. I'm 3 days behind schedule, and I don't dare lift or do one single thing right now. Flinching with a dumbbell in each hand wouldn't end well. This is me venting some sheer frustration. I mean, every time I read your posts, Sit and Spin, it's really hard to, there's really not much to say. So thank you for sharing. So if anything, all you need to do is read one of these posts and get some perspective on your own life and have some fucking gratitude and understand that some people like Judith go through some serious shit. And a lot of you, including myself, don't have to deal with it. So if anything, use that as some perspective on what is most important in your life and how awesome we all have it to be alive. And if you're healthy, to be healthy or to have the opportunity to improve your health. And we all have the opportunity to improve our health. So it's important to do so. So thank you again for sharing. Those posts are fucking intense. Those posts are fucking intense. Phantom limb is 24/7, but phantom pain for me is rare. Weather changes are hell on earth. I feel weather changes, so I can't even imagine what you feel. Yeah, Josh says, Sit and Spin is a perfect example that you can get things done. Fuck yeah, you can. So we got some more body positive nonsense. Should we get into it? How about that? Nice segue into some stupid people. Some stupid people that want attention. Some stupid people that want attention and want you to be like, hey, look at them. Look at them. Look at me. Look at me. Pants don't fit? No problem. Throw them in the trash. Set them alight and remember that you are worth so much more than a clothing size. Aha. So we're encouraging people to light their clothes on fire. So hopefully this person that made this post is breathing in those fumes because they can rid us of their stupidity and clean up our gene pool a little bit. Pants don't fit? No problem. If your pants don't fit, don't change your lifestyle habits. Don't wonder why your pants don't fit. Don't wonder why you keep getting fucking fatter. Just throw them in a trash can and set them on fire. Set them on fire. And remember, you are worth so much more than a clothing size. This is the trick. This is the mind fuck. This is the confusion. This is the brainwashing. Okay? Don't change your life. Don't change who you are in the sense of don't try to improve. Don't try to excel. Understand that if your pants don't fit, it's the mean pants. It's the pants' fault. The pants were mean to me. The pants don't fit me. Pants don't fit? You see how this direction? Pants don't fit? How about you're too fat? Don't blame. Why are you blaming why are you lighting the pants on fire? Why not donate them to someone who can fit in those pants? Legit. Why are you blaming the pants when it's your fat ass? All right? Why are you blaming the pants? It's not the pants' fault. It's not the pants' fault. It's you. You're the one that can't fit in your pants. It's not the pants' fault. It's your fault. Throw them in the trash. Oh, yeah, throw them in the trash. Now it's all better. Look, now it's all better. Now you took the mean pants off. Now you can't see your muffin top. Now you can be fat and happy. Now, you're unhealthy with the pants on, and you're still unhealthy with the pants off, by the way. By the way, your pants, by the way, as if taking off your pants make you healthier, right? Taking off the pants make you healthier. So now we're encouraging people to be pyros and not take care of their health. Very good. Very good. We got a Matt Damon for you.
Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
He's heating up!
Yeah.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Set them on fire. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't set women on fire. Just that one. She's a witch. A witch. A witch. Nika, last time I bought pants was because they were falling off my butt. How dare those pants not fit? How dare Those pants not fit. Chanel, in a Zoom meeting the other day. Gotta love those Zoom meetings. In a Zoom meeting the other day, we were going off topic, and a coworker said she loves her fat body because it helps her float in the lake. Literally can't make this up. Oh my sweet baby Jesus.
Never go full retard.
Oh my sweet baby Jesus. She loves her fat body because it helps her float in the lake. Yeah, oh God. Yeah, well, I guess don't go in the ocean because a shark's going to think a walrus. Ooh, fucking fast food. Helps her float in the lake. My brain, it's going to pop. My brain's going to explode. I can't anymore. I can't. My brain piece. All right, we're about to give away the Swole card, so make sure you drop hashtag fuck your resolutions, hashtag FYR in the comments down below. We got another post from Nora Lynn. Hey fam, checking in for some accountability. Truth is, I haven't been doing good lately. All sorts of self-doubt, exhaustion, worry, and worn out from a new job. 16 credit hours in school, 2 teenagers, blah, blah, blah. Truth is, I used it as an excuse to push my health to the side and fall into old habits. My yoga dropped from daily to 3 to 4 times a week, and my food choices slid back into self-medicating with sugar. But today I looked at Papa and the fam and got the kick in the ass that I needed. I did yoga and a Swollen 7 core, and to my shock, for the first time in my life at 50 years old. I did a full, I thought it was a period coming because of the paragraph. All right. I did yoga and a Swollen 7 core, and to my shock, for the first time in my life at 50 years old, I did a full minute plank and could have kept going. It was the most amazing rush. I followed up with water and brain gain. So now community. I may not post much, but this community means a lot to me. It inspires, supports, advises, and drops sweaty ball sacks as needed. Thank you, fam, and keep on making sick gains. I fucking love it. That is an awesome post. That's an awesome post. Good for you, Nora Lynn. Good for you fucking crushing it. And I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing. Think about that. That's a fucking schedule. That's a fucking schedule. That is a fucking schedule. Self-doubt, exhaustion, worry, worn out from a new job, 16 credit hours, 2 teenagers, blah, blah, blah. Using that as an excuse, but then checks out and realizes the Swole fam is crushing it every day, and you fucking stepped up and you nailed it. Good for you, Nora Lynn. Get some more gorillas there. Some more gorillas. Fucking fire. Fire. So we got here. Josh, this reminds me we have sexual harassment training tomorrow. Ooh. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Make sure you don't do what? Don't look at women that are wearing makeup and I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. There's so much content out there. There's so much weird psychology between like men and women working in the, working together. It's such an unnatural thing. These types of work environments. That's why we have so many problems as a society. Just all countries have it. When you have men and women working together in close quarters, and it's just, I think we tend to forget why we're here on this earth. It's so weird. You have sexual harassment training. Or you just teach everyone jujitsu so they can fucking kick someone's ass if they want to, or defend themselves. I can't even imagine what sexual harassment is actually classified as nowadays. I cannot imagine what's considered sexual harassment now. It's got to be anything. Saying hi to someone is probably considered sexual harassment. He said hi to me and smiled. I don't know. I'm so glad I don't have to work in one of those environments. Last week, I just finished anti-racist training. Good for you. The most racist movement ever is the anti-racist movement. Nothing like hiding racism with a name that says anti-racism. Oh my God. Every time I get suggested some kind of reading on Audible, or I've sent Amazon angry emails in response when they were trying to push that, was it Ibram Kendi's How to Be an Anti-Racist, fucking racist, nonsensical bullshit hoax book. Fucking absolute charlatan, snake oil salesman nonsense. They actually recommended that in some kind of additional reading. I think I said pretty much everything except I pretty much said go fuck yourself and don't ever send me these horrific updates ever again. What in any of my self-education has led you to believe that I want to be brainwashed with nonsense? Yep. Yeah. Critical race theory. Don't you mean
Matt Damon?
Don't you mean Matt Damon? Don't you mean Matt Damon? Nika, I lost a friend last week due to not speaking up when someone said something racist in front of her. I lost a friend last week due to not speaking up when someone said something racist in front of her. I don't know what the fuck was I supposed to do. You lost a friend because you didn't speak up and someone said something racist in front of her? Like what? Like she didn't say something or you didn't say something? Or she assumed or she thought something was racist and it wasn't? Who the fuck knows, right? You don't even know. You don't even know because now it's not about, because most of anyone that's talking about anti-racism or anti-race, they don't know what racism is. They don't know what racism is because this pushing of this narrative of anti-racism is actually racist. So are you supposed to just protect someone's feelings? Well, how can you infer when someone's feelings are hurt? Are you supposed to assume that someone's always offended all the time? Why are you defending someone else's feelings? Why are you trying to protect someone else? Why are you, it's really hard to argue these things. That's why these movements have taken so much. That's why they've actually been so, unfortunately, so successful to this point. And I said this many times, that's the real virus. I am much less concerned about COVID than I am about this fucking virus because mind viruses are so much worse. Physical virus, we can stop that. We're not stopping any of this other shit very well at all. We're not stopping any of this victimhood. No. Jesus Christ. Jesse, my boss took a class on how to recognize and dismantle her white privilege. That's probably one of the same books that I'm talking about. How to dismantle her white privilege. And she was going to force it on all of us. I quit before it ever happened. Then she went out of business. No doubt. All these movements are just leveraging, they're just trying to get power. And then they're just going to kick everyone to the curb once they get it. So this type of social justice is really depressing and scary. It's fucking frightening. Someone said a joke about brown people, quote, brown people. And the guy it was directed at checked the guy who said it. But since I didn't say something, now I'm an unsafe space. Wait, the guy it was directed at checked the guy who, so it wasn't even towards her? I'm so confused. So someone said a joke about brown people. Well, what if you say something about black, that's not an insult. If you call someone a black person, it's just easier than saying African American. Plus, if you say black, you're not insulting them by calling them an African American, because what if they're not African? Okay, so they're black. Brown, but you can call me white. Do I look white? Like what? Like this mouse? This is white. Do I look that? This is, I mean, this is white or considered white more than me. You can call me white. I don't care. But why should brown be an insult? Who cares? There's sensitive people. And the guy it was directed at checked the guy who said it. So it was about, okay, so it was between two other people. So she's just virtue signaling. But since I didn't say something, now I'm an unsafe space for her to be around. Oh God. Oh God. You don't want to spend time with that fucking person. Anyone that uses the term unsafe space and isn't joking completely. Oh my God. Get the fuck out of there. What's up, Rhino? It's a pretty safe bet to assume that people have always hurt feelings or is offended in today's world. True. Just assume people are offended. You have to assume. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The human virus is out of control, Mr. Anderson. More beige. Call me beigey. Call me beigey. Isn't African American bad now? I don't know. What does it matter? That's the problem with this bullshit. What's okay today is going to be continuously less okay. It depends from day to day. What's going to offend people today might not offend them tomorrow, and what doesn't offend someone today might offend them tomorrow. That's the problem with social media, with people going back for old tweets. If someone says something today, that's totally fine. And this is why you can't go back and rewrite history. You can't go back 100 years. Yeah, but people had slaves 200 years ago. No shit. They also didn't have electricity, so shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I didn't have slaves. You weren't a slave ever, so what are you complaining about? My great grandpappy had slaves. Okay. Not in 2020. What, in like 1500, right? It's so weird. It's so weird. Why you can't hold the past to today's standards. You can't. You can't hold the past to today's standards. You can't hold, I mean, Genghis Khan, you're going to go back and get angry at Genghis and all his ancestors and all his descendants. What are you going to do? It's weird. Let's see. She blocked you on Facebook? Oh, God. What a terrible person. What a child. She blocked me on Facebook, so bye. She left my apology on red, and then she and her friend kept blasting me on Facebook, so she wouldn't text you back, but she was Oh, this is a literal child. That's a literal child. And she wouldn't text you back, but then she's blasting you on Facebook. That's a fucking embarrassing person. That's a 7-year-old. My mom knew an old woman who had been a slave. That must have been a long time ago. So was that when your mom was like 10 or 20? And that woman must have been really old. That would have to be what, 1860s, like before the emancipation? Have to be like in the 40s or 50s? Yeah, I mean, people exist, right? Veterans from World War II, they're going. People die. But it's interesting when you can have someone who's an older person like that, that's juxtaposed in a completely different world, but they lived through that. And it's one of the last few people where you have actual perspective on it. I was there. I can tell you what it was like, or I can tell you. '30s. That's so interesting. But I mean, it exists. What's weird is how you have people that are trying to hold, you have descendants, you have people like, oh, we're not gonna get off in the weeds, but you're holding, like, we're all living in 2020. We're all living in an exceptionally privileged society. Everyone. We all, you're not oppressed if you have a cell phone. I'm serious. Like, how oppressed are you for having a cell phone, for having freedom of speech, for having, like, there are some people that have more opportunities. So, I mean, you get in this whole brainwashing of trying to be more right, trying to win an argument, trying to virtue signal, trying to get attention. This is all wrapped into actual people's personal stresses. This is wrapped into the coronavirus. This is wrapped into politics, into other, everyone's just angry about shit. And it's kind of like that. And it doesn't mean that there aren't real issues out there, of course. But think about this. You've seen the movie probably Perfect Storm. You have all these different things, plus you have social media. So everyone's on edge. And it's just kind of like the timing of everything has just blown everything out of proportion. You're blowing a fire, you're inflating things, and then everyone else is jumping on this bandwagon in order to be heard, in order to get more attention. It's like likes and views and subscribers. Everyone's trying to get more and more and more. Look at me. But we're forgetting really what we should be, what's really most important that would actually help the most people. It's just very strange when you start trying to hold the past accountable to today's standards, and it's really, you can't do it. You have to learn. You have to learn and then move on. But you're not responsible for what you're not responsible for what your ancestors did. It's ridiculous. How could you be? You were just born. You popped out. You popped out. You were born. Now you're here. Strange. But who knows? Who knows what's going to be offensive tomorrow? You don't know. That's why everyone's tiptoeing all the time. And tiptoeing is self-censorship, and then it becomes real censorship. Can you imagine telling someone from 100 years ago that the measles are coming back despite a vaccine? Didn't they say they found a little bit of that? I forget the updates on that. Who knows? Nathan, the assumption that just because someone is white, that their particular family owned slaves, most didn't. That's really weird. I agree. That's very weird. Especially when you had a lot of families today that came from, like, immigrant families from Europe. They just came over here. They didn't have all these plantations, and I don't know. People are completely, that's the problem with these little social media bubbles. You just get exposed to these ludicrous ideas, and they just kind of fester and grow in the darkness, and it's spilling out onto the streets. Who knows? Who knows? We're just rambling now, but there's just so many problems. Anyway, freedom of speech. Say what you want. Stay away from those anti-racist trainings. They're racist. All right, let's give away today's Swole card, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. What we got here? Where are you, Tessie? Where are you, Tessie? There you go, baby girl. There you go, baby girl. Here we go. Let's get a little party started. Why you make games? Hashtag FYR. Hashtag FYR. And bricked it. Bricked it. I'm going deep and go all the way up. Where's those hashtags at? If you guys aren't winning, it's because you're not typing it. You're not typing that. AJ, fry. Fry. I'll give it to you. It's done. Fry. Don't fry your food. I'll take it. It's all good. It's all good, AJ. Congratulations. If you're not happy, you could blame me. I'm dyslexic. I saw FYR, but you put fry. It's all good. You just put it here. Oh shit, wrong hashtag. Well, you won. Congratulations, bro. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swolecard 1614, and don't fry your food. It's not good for you, AJ. It's not good for you. You slip that one through the cracks. You nutmeg. You goose the goalie. Congratulations. Send us an email, support@swolenormous.com, Swolecard 1614, the subject, and your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations. Go fry your food. Go fry your shit. Don't fry it. Don't fry your food. Don't. Fuck your resolutions. So congratulations. Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations, AJ, in the comments. Really? Fucking babies.
Come on, stop whining.
Be nice. Stop being a fucking baby. Send us that email. We'll get you that Swole card. Getting some more envelopes and stuff in. So we'll be sending out the next batch soon. A lot of you have probably gotten yours already. So FYR, fuck your resolutions. If you're interested, if you're a Swole fam member and you're interested in upgrading to unlimited, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com or use the live chat on the website so you can get information on how to upgrade your membership. We have a bunch of new releases yesterday. We have a brand new Express Flow from Alex yesterday, which is great. We have 3 new recipes in the archive, a brand new virtual trainer, which is Gauntlet. So a brand new section inside the virtual trainer section. And I hope you enjoyed that workout. So go and check that out. All those releases are available in the updates tab in Swolenormous X. And I hope you all checked out the Forging Pillars today on the Swolenormous channel. Got a brand new video up on the Swole channel. So go give that a look-see right now. Let's give this biche a little bit of some Nutty McNutterson. She wants to go sleepy. Time to go, Seepies. Nope. No. Protect the Tessie. Protect the Tessie. Nutting that biche. Nut that biche. Oh yeah. Nut that biche. Feels good. Sleep well, sweet princess. Sleepy sleepies. Ah, nut goes the Tessie. Oh yeah. All right, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 1614 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Tomorrow we got 1615. We got more shit posts. We got more awesome content, more amazing Swole fam stories. And we'll get into that tomorrow. So hope you enjoy those new additions into Swolenormous X. And also make sure you go and check out the specials. If you're not yet a member, got to get yourself on that. So thank you for joining me. Remember, yesterday's episode is Inside Swole TV in the priority access section. So you can go and catch that there or in the private Facebook group. And you can go and check out all the stuff yesterday in episode 1613. 1613. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you. Oh, damn it. What I missed? You won. You won the Swole card. You're going to have to hit the rewind button. So go check it out. Go check it out. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow for 1615 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Tomorrow, 1615 will be lit like a tit. Peace, McGeese, deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rap. rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's the bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.